Hi friends, Tony here from TL Yarn Crafts, and welcome to this workshop for the Fresh Market Tote. Follow along with me row by row and we'll make the only bag you'll need this summer for trips to the beach and the farmer's market. The Fresh Market Tote is made by holding 2 strands of yarn together, a cotton yarn for integrity and an acrylic yarn for playful color blocking. The finished bag is about 17 inches square and features a close weave texture, strong but long straps, and can be customized however you like. Before we jump into this workshop, be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. You can find a written version of this pattern for free on my blog, TLYCblog.com, and a printable version in my shop, TLYarncrafts.com. Links to all these locations can be found in the description below. For our bag, we'll need 1 ball of Lion Brand cupcake yarn. This is a gorgeous self-striping cake yarn found at Joann's stores. It's 100% acrylic and comes in 590 yard cakes. Each cake features 5 colors that blend seamlessly together. My original sample was made in the color Sandcastle, but today we're using the color Gelato. We'll also need 3 balls of Lion Brand 24/7 cotton, a mercerized worsted weight cotton that is super versatile. Each ball has 186 yards and the collection comes in primary, neutral, and pastel colors. We're using the color Ecru. Aside from the yarn, we'll also need a 5mm hook, a pair of scissors, and a yarn needle. Special thanks to my friends at Joann's stores for providing the yarn today. For our project, we'll be holding 1 strand of cupcake yarn and 1 strand of 24/7 cotton together. Start by making a slip knot and place it on your 5mm hook. Tighten down the loop. We're going to chain 122. So we're going to yarn over our hook and pull through the loop. Yarn over and pull through to make a chain. We're going to make 122 chains total. Now that our chains are complete, we're going to double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook as well as the following chain. So we'll yarn over, insert our hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again. We're going to place a double crochet in the next chain as well. Now we have 3 double crochet, as your starting chains do count as a stitch. We're going to chain 1, skip 1 chain, and place a double crochet in the following chain and the chain after that. So we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and then do 2 double crochet. Skip 1, double crochet in the next stitch, as well as the following. So we'll have multiple groups of 2 double crochet separated by a chain. Skip 1, double crochet in the next 2. We're going to repeat this process across the chain all the way until the end, chaining 1, skipping 1, double crochet in the next 2. So I'm nearing the end of my chain. I'm chaining 1, skipping 1 chain, and working a double crochet in the next 2 chains. And I've done that across the entire row. And now I'm placing a double crochet in the last 2 chains. Now we're ready to start the next row. We're going to start by chaining 1, 2, 3, turning our work, and we're going to place 2 double crochet in the first chain 1 space. Here's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet. We're going to follow that with a chain and place 2 double crochet in the next chain 1 space. And we're going to continue this across the row. So we're offsetting our 2 double crochet stitches and creating that close weave texture of the Fresh Market Tote. So just continue that across the row until you reach the end, and I'm going to show you how we're going to end this row. Here I'm nearing the end of row 2. I just have a couple more double crochet to put into this chain 1 space. Now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to put 3 double crochet in the space between the turning chain and a double crochet. So here's the first double crochet into that space. Here's the second and a third. Moving on to row 3, we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to turn our work, and we're going to place 2 double crochet in the first chain 1 space, which is right here. And just like the previous row, we're going to continue that across. So after our 2 double crochet, we're going to chain 1 and place 2 double crochet in the next chain 1 space, and continue that across the row. We're nearing the end of the row now, and I just have a couple more double crochet to put in the chain 1 space. To end this row, I'm going to chain 1 and place 1 double crochet in the space between the turning chain and the double crochet. At this point, I'm going to chain 3 and turn my work. So we are going to repeat rows 2 and 3 for the entire pattern. We're going to repeat these rows 12 more times, so we'll have a total of 27 rows. This will make up the body of our bag. Meet me here once you're done with those rows, and then we'll seam up the sides and make the handles. So here I'm just about done with my last row 3 repeat. I'm going to place a double crochet in the turning chain space, and then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to bring the short sides of my bag together. This will make the side and we'll begin seaming. So what I like to do here is just kind of do a single crochet seam evenly down the side of the bag. So there's no right or wrong way to do the seaming, but what made it even for me was placing 2 single crochet between the layers of row 1. So that's 1 single crochet and another right into that same space. And then I placed just 1 single crochet between the loops of the next row. So I inserted my hook and completed just 1 single crochet here. Depending on your tension, this might look differently for you, but I just alternated, putting 2 single crochet at the end of 1 row and then 1 single crochet at the end of the next row. And I completed this all the way down the side of my bag to create my seam. It's a nice strong seam, it won't come apart, and we will be flipping our bag inside out so that seam will not be visible. But the other nice thing about this is that you don't have to do any extra sewing. You don't have to cut your yarn or have any additional ends to work into. It's just a straight single crochet seam. So continue that all the way down the bag, and I'll show you how we seam the bottom. Here we are at the bottom of the side. I've just got 1 more single crochet to complete, and now I'm going to chain 1 and rotate my bag to work along the bottom seam. To complete the bottom seam, I just want to line up my double crochet stitches, kind of get that tail out of the way. And I'm going to, again, single crochet across the seam, working 1 for 1 on each stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook through the front of the bag, insert my hook through the coordinating stitch on the back of the bag, pull up the loop, and create the single crochet. And I'm going to do that all the way across. So I'm going to have 1 single crochet on my seam for each double crochet and chain for the bottom of my bag. So insert through the front and the back, pull up, and complete the single crochet. And this should be pretty easy because, again, you're working through a stitch on the front and a stitch on the back, nice and even across your bag. So complete this all the way down to the end. Once you reach the end, you're going to cut the yarn, lift your hook out, and we're done with the seaming. You're going to turn your bag inside out and we're going to start on the handles. At this point, I have just a couple more single crochet stitches to put into my seam along the bottom of my bag, and then I'll be done with my seaming portion. One here and one more for good measure. Awesome. Now we're going to lift the loop up nice and high, grab a pair of scissors, cut the yarn, leave enough for weaving in the ends later, and just pull that loop out. So you can see there we have a nice strong even single crochet seam. This is going to be on the inside of our bag, so we don't have to worry about looking at that right now. You can seam in your ends if you want to, but I'm lazy and I'm not gonna, so I'll do them later. We're gonna flip our bag right side out so we can begin on the handles. To start the handles, still holding two lengths of yarn together, I placed a slip knot on my 5mm hook. So I'm going to insert my hook into the space to the left of the seam, and I'm going to make a single crochet. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through the 2 loops that are on your hook. So this counts as the first single crochet of the round. And then I'm going to place a single crochet in each double crochet stitch, as well as chain space around the bag. So here's a single in the chain space, a single in the double crochet, single in the double crochet, single in the chain space. And I'm going to do that all the way around the entire bag. I'm going to end the round by placing a slip stitch in the first single crochet of the round. So we're close to the end of our first round of the handles, just a couple more single crochet to make. And to close, we're going to place a slip stitch in the first single crochet of the round. And we're going to chain 1 to start the next round of the handles. We're going to place a single crochet in the same single crochet where we did our slip stitch, as well as each single crochet around the top of the bag. We're going to end that round with a slip stitch in the first single crochet of the round, and that will complete the second round of our bag. So we're just about done with our second row on the handles, just a couple more single crochets to make, and then we're going to slip stitch in the first single crochet of the round. Lovely. We're going to chain 1, admire our work because we're doing an amazing job, and then we're going to single crochet in the same stitch as where we joined, as well as the next 18 single crochets. Again, single crochet in the same stitch as your join, as well as the next 18 single crochet stitches. And this is going to bring us closer to the middle of our bag where we'll start the actual handles. Now there are 2 rounds to the handles. The first is kind of a foundation of the handle, and then next we're going to kind of build up the handle to make sure that they're nice and sturdy. So again, we're going to be single crocheting a total of 19 stitches. And here's where our chains start. So we're going to chain a total of 85. These are going to make nice long, about 21-inch handles. So we're going to chain 85, still with both strands of yarn held together. Here, I'm going to fast forward through this because you know what chains look like now. All right, so we're just about at 85. And now that I have those, I'm going to skip 21 stitches along the top of my bag here. So you want to count across 21 from the last single crochet that you made. And now you're going to place your hook into the 22nd stitch, pull up a loop and make a single crochet. And we're going to single crochet a total of 38 stitches to bring us around to the other side of our bag. So that first stitch counts as 1. We have 37 more to go. So keep going with those 38 total stitches and I'll meet you around on the other side of the bag. So we've reached the other side of the bag. Just a few more single crochet to go. And now we're ready to make our chain stitches for the handle. So again, we're going to chain 85 on this side as well to make sure our handles are of equal length. And same on the other side, we are going to skip 21. When we are done with those chains, we're going to single crochet for the remaining stitches on the bag, and then we're going to place a slip stitch in the first single crochet of the round. So I'm going to kind of fast forward this to the end of the round, and I'll see you there when we're ready for our slip stitch. So we're at the end of our round. We've got one more single crochet here, and now we're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round. So if we take a look at what we've got right now, our handles are in the making. We have one more round to go where we'll reinforce those handles. What we'll do is start from where we are and single crochet into each chain of the handles, single crochet around the bag to the other handle, single crochet into those handles, and then finish the bag. So we're going to single crochet in each single crochet up to the handles. So we're just about at the handles here, and what you may have done in other crochet bags is you'd crochet around the chain. We're not going to do that today. We're going to crochet into the chain. So we're going to put a single crochet stitch into each chain on the handles. I know you're thinking, Tony, oh my gosh, 85 chains, 85 single crochets. I'm telling you, darling, it is totally worth it. You're going to have strong, sturdy straps that will not move on you, will not adjust on you, and will not stretch crazy out of control. So put on your favorite book on tape, single crochet into each of those chains of the handle. I'll meet you on the other side. All right, babes, you did it. You got through the first set of those 85 chains, and we are now back on the body of the bag. We're going to single crochet in each stitch all the way to our next set of chains. And I'm going to ask you to do it again. I'm going to ask you to single crochet into each chain of the handles. Again, totally worth it, and you only have to do it once. This is the last round of the bag. So we just finished one handle. We're going to single crochet into each stitch all the way to the next handle, single crochet into each chain, and then we are going to finish the bag by single crocheting across to the end of our round and placing a slip stitch in the first single crochet. So go ahead and do that, and I will meet you on the other side. Alrighty friends, we're back at the beginning of the round, final single crochet, and now we're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round. Pull that loop up nice and high, and we are going to cut that. We'll want to sew in all the ends from the bag. There'll be one here at the top and two on the inside at the bottom seam, but otherwise you are just about done. If you want to, you can steam down the handles so they will lay a little bit flatter, but otherwise your Fresh Market tote is complete. If you use the same fibers as I did, it is machine washable and these colors will not fade. I've made a couple of these already and I think they are lovely as teacher gifts, as a housewarming, even for Mother's Day. I think it would be perfect. If you enjoyed this workshop, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more crochet patterns and reviews. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys, and I will see you next time.